It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at rookie Kenneth Walker. He was terrific a week ago. Well over 100 yards and several stops in the end zone. It's the Commanders and the Texans, next on Madden Football.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Stafford going to put it up right away. And his first look is incomplete. This defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now it's Stafford. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 34 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll find Hodgins there complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Working with a 2nd and 3. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Tavon Austin now from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, and you put the...
Taking it right down Broadway. 30, 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Saquon Barkley, his fifth rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. But now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming up a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he showed it last week.
There's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. On third down, Cousins. Caught left side, Williams. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And he's got some space here. The 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's loose again. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Again, helping partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure unbridled joy after that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stafford.
That's complete to Davis.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now Stafford. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
90 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10,
right at the 40. Again, it's Barkley.
Down to about the 37.
Holding, offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And again, man coverage on the outside. And scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. To throw is Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 2nd down, it's Walker.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring out a 3rd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotted that football, he's going to be a third so short. They'll be called a gain of 2. Now looking at some options here on 4th and inches. Cousins on the keeper. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Down to the 42, second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 36. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. It's Cousins on the sneak, and he's going to have the Commanders' 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it this time. And that'll be incomplete.
They certainly can work beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. That's a 4th down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Of course the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Cousins' throw going into the hands of Williams. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Cousins again. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone that was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Austin. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Trying the left side with Walker to about the 26 here. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Oh, That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step.
Touchdown! George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On first down, it's Stafford. And that one complete to Hodgins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. From the 50, Stafford. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've reached halftime, and halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's Washington now to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Out to his left. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards there to begin the 3rd quarter. They also lead by 3 points. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now Cousins. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. That would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they keep the possession on the INT. After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll get it inside the 20, and they move this all the way down to the 9. Big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
They started this drive in a terrific field position, and it's going to play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Gabriel Davis, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Sticking with Walker on second down. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
You know, they got to be careful not to go away too often. It's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
No success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Right where this set of down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the... Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. The tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their ends. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Marr able to put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-to-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
A second down pass play there, and it's incomplete. Throwing the football is not as sharp as he was last week, but he was over 70% right now. He's over 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Play fake. Cousins on the move to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 77 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Walker with another carry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Walker will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Elliott on for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Ken Walker. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Running left is Walker. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4 yards. They just do that all the way down. Football ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the close fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. Give him 2 yards. And it's going to bring up the 4th down. Cousins on the keeper. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out the game from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. Houston set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals. as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get on. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Stafford. Open man is Uzama. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Stafford. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
To throw is Stafford. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Stafford. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Finally hauled down for the 1st time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Austin. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. It's a room to maneuver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Straight ahead, Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Adolfo always showing off the pass rush skills. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him at 8.
Yeah, that's when we tell you what I'm saying, guys. Can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense will come up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He gets this. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And does Washington have it? They do.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Again, it's Walker.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover. There's one more score. This game's over.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Now a run with Walker.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just under 2 minutes to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Looking sideline, incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. And going right back to Walker. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And that's complete to Davis. And past the 40 before it was out of bounds. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. He finds Saquon Barkley on the slant. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.